What's up, guys? This is Shotgun StarCraft here. I'm going to be reviewing a used map settings game. This game is called Battlecraft. It's version 1.2. It's one of my favorite games for the used map settings. And the point of this game is there's a cross here, and you'll see that an enemy is going to be across from you. See, I'm this pink pylon here, and there's an orange pylon across from me. And the same with my teammate. One of these two are my teammates, and they're across from each other. And with your buildings over here, which are hotkeyed 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go through, and these are going to be the Terran units, these will be the Protoss units, and these will be the Zerg units. But then there's elite units that cost a bit more for minerals, and you get more minerals automatically as the game goes on, as time goes on. But you'll see up here on the right there's income, and the more kills you get, your income goes up. So say you get 10 income every 5 seconds, you're gonna get, what, say 15 income every 5 seconds if you get more kills than the other players. So what you do is you go through these different buildings and you pick the units you want to counter for your enemies units. So you've got to pick the correct counter every time they send out a wave of units, and you're going to want to counter each other until you can get to their pylon and kill it to win. And the hard part is, at first, to get used to, is knowing what units counter which other units, just because they're not like the normal game. They have additional abilities, additional counters. Like, for example, this sentry is called the defensive hybrid. It's not like a normal sentry. It doesn't shoot like a normal sentry. It just does different things, and that's the hard part. You got to get used to the units so that when you do play, it will be easier to know what counters what. And also you can go decrease the camera distance and increase the camera distance with plus and minus. So can we do this in the replay? No, I don't think we can. Alright, but anyways, in the beginning, a lot of times you'll see that the game will start off slow and nobody will send any units, just because the other person wants to counter those units and just wait until the enemy sends units so they can counter them. So you'll see here this guy sent out Ultralisks and Marines, and this guy built a cannon. This is my teammate, by the way, I do believe, Rez. And you don't really want to build defense. You can build defense from these pylons, you don't really want to. So this gets killed, this cannon gets killed, and my teammate loses, dies. So what I do is I build some Colossus to fight off these enemy units. Get some Colossus, some Banshees, trying to kill all of these Ultralisks and Marines. And I'm playing against 2 players right now. I think since Blue said they felt sorry for me, they're gonna wait, which they are gonna be getting minerals the entire time they wait. But they're gonna wait for Orange and I to duke it out. My teammate, you could tell in the beginning, was fairly new, but you'll see that these Vikings can shoot air while they're on the ground. That's an example of units doing what they're not supposed to be doing. I get some Banshees here. They take out air decent. One of the best combos, I think, is using the... what are they? Okay, Thors and Ultralisks. See, these are called Apocalypse Beasts. And if you use those with Thors, it's a really good combo. But you also see when you mass so many lings, sometimes they overwhelm the other guy. So we'll see here that I take this guy out, and then Blue and I duke it out. Let's see how many minerals Blue has. We can't. Rubbish. Or can we? Yeah, Blue has 1,500 resources while I'm sitting on 200. And and here comes some Banelings and Zealots. And he gets some Phoenixes. Not the best choice. But they do fairly well against Banshees. You'll see here that I like this composition also with Colossus and Vikings. Colossus are amazing against ground units, and right now they're just being destroyed because they can't attack this air, but these Vikings are dirty against air. So the Vikings do clean up any air that's near them. This is going to be a bit of a stalemate right here. So this is a pretty fun game. I mean, I enjoy playing it. You have to learn the counters, but they're generally the same. See these, how these Hellions are just gonna melt these Zerglings away. That's just kind of like the normal game, but just some other units don't work properly, or at least the same. And we'll see that I push on pretty well here. There's also other things you can do with your pylon besides build defense around your pylon. You can suicide kill all of your attackers. Say that your enemy built the perfect counter to your guys and you know they're all gonna die. Suicide them before the enemy gets the kills. Or use Armageddon. You might want to save up 1,000 minerals so that you can use Armageddon to completely destroy the enemy's units on the map. So you want to maybe sometime wait until the enemy sends out a ton of units, use Armageddon, and then attack them. And you'll see here that these Zerglings are a distraction to these Colossus, and then my Hydralisks here just demolish them. So I end up winning, but it was a pretty fun game. Anyways, that's Battlecraft, and I hope you play it because it's a fun game, and I just wanted to review it. So take it easy, guys. Peace out. Shock 'em StarCraft.